Hey guys, it's Ebony and I'm back to do another video for my For Poetry Lover series. And I wanted to actually preface the poem with a little bit of an introduction in order to give you the context in which the poem was written, because if I don't, you might not really understand the poem. So I needed to kind of do an introduction and tell you how I came about writing the poem. So I told you guys I always write poetry either based on what I'm personally experiencing, and I actually get the best poems if I'm actually going through that situation. I get the best emotion and the best words come onto paper when I'm actually experiencing it myself. But I've also written poetry based on what other people have experienced, and I've come to know it either through talking with them or just being there for them, and then I realized, okay, I can really understand the emotions that they're going through because they've shared it with me. So this poem, it's called, I think I'm going to title it, I haven't titled it yet, but I think I'm going to title it The Extended Girlfriend. So I came about writing this poem because I was talking to a male coworker, and he and I had developed a really good working friendship, and we talked about a lot of different topics, and I came to learn that he had been dating his girlfriend for 10 years, almost 11 years, and because we had developed like a really good friendship where we pretty much could say, we pretty much could talk to each other about any topic. I asked him why had he been dating his girlfriend for so long, and why not go ahead and get engaged to her and marry her. And his response is that he didn't want to be married, that he was very happy and very content where he was in a relationship with her for these many years. They did live together, and it's pretty much like they were married. They just weren't married or engaged. They just didn't have that title, but they were living together, they were sharing finances and everything. So in my opinion, it was pretty much like they were married. I kind of felt like if I were in her position and someone thought that I was good enough to date for 10 years, why wouldn't I be good enough to marry? If I'm good enough to be in the house with him for all of these years, and we bought the house together and we're sharing finances and things like that, why am I not good enough to marry? That would be my thought process. But I know everybody doesn't think like that, and I know marriage is a huge commitment, and some people just shy away from it if they're comfortable in the situation that they're in. So the poem is not meant to judge anybody's situation or anyone's life, but of course I'm going to have my perspective based on my beliefs and what I've been through, and then other people may see it differently. But that's the context in which I wrote the poem, so you can understand it. And I wrote it from the perception, or from the perspective is the word I want to say. I wrote it from the perspective of a girlfriend who's been in an extended relationship, and she's ready to be a wife, and she's ready to be married, but her boyfriend is not taking that next step. And then she's kind of feeling a little bit used, a little bit like he's wasting her time, and she got up the courage to get out of the relationship and to move on, even though she really truly loved him, but she kind of felt like maybe he didn't love her because he wouldn't take that next step and be married. So the fictional character in the poem, her name is Carrie, and you will hear that. And here's the poem. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. More to come on my Poetry Lovers series. Bye-bye. I'll put everything into what I knew it was, everything into what I thought it could be. I held back nothing at all, even the innermost parts of me. I pulled love from the deep down places and repackaged it to look sweet and tender, presented it with the warmth of my smile. Painfully, it was returned to sender. I finally realized that you never loved me because you never gave me that chance. You selfishly wasted my time and disguised it as romance. Over the course of years, we dated and dated. My self-worth began to diminish. During that time, I waited and waited, but I could not bring myself to be finished. When will you two get married? People always begged to know. They were looking for an engagement ring I had yet to show. My heart sank into my chest whenever an introduction was necessary. Someone would ask, and his reply, "This is my girlfriend. Her name is Carrie." I wanted the title and the position. I wanted to be able to take pride in the fact that I was a wife, and it was my husband by my side. The title of girlfriend was motivation. Always a girlfriend, never a wife. I had to get out of that situation and reclaim what was left of my life. I spent a lot of my youthful years with you, thinking it was an investment. The future came and my return was zero, so my willingness to stay is being tested. I loved long and I loved hard, and I'm sure I will love again. I now know my value and my worth, and it's not to be an extended girlfriend.